Bars like grains in bags of rice. Had to cook up the thing, get a flow that's nice. Pepper like jollof, fire my innards. Can't take big herms for little man like Richard. Good God, Miss Molly.
Yo, hello people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Move British, it's your host Joe. And I just want to start off by saying thank you for tuning in. No matter where you are around this world, I appreciate you being here right now. Okay, so there's like a big story right now. It's trending, man. It's everywhere. It's on Twitter, it's on Instagram, it's on IG, it's on TikTok, it's on Tumblr, it's on Reddit, it's on everything, bro. So I think there's 5 billionaires, multi-millionaires, I don't know, trillionaires. No, they're rich. These guys, 5 rich guys, decided to go on a submarine to see the Titanic. You know, everyone knows what the Titanic is. Jack. Everyone knows the Titanic, innit? You know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, it's a big film. They wanted to go see the Titanic, not the actual thing, but it's in the sea. I don't know how deep down it is in the sea, but it's really deep down. So these 5 rich people, they got on a submarine to go to the sea to see the Titanic. And I'm going to react to a video from it. Before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit the bell. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. And make sure you share the video with someone. Because I really appreciate the support. It might not mean nothing to you, but it means the world to me. Trust me, it means a lot to me. Because I was looking at my subscribers going up and down. And I was like, come on, man. Why can't I get a dub? Why can't I get a dub like Mac 10? You know what I'm trying to say? And if I'm sweating, bro, it is bare hot in London right now. It is so hot in the UK. Like, it's like Mogadishu out here, fam. You know what I'm trying to say? If you don't know what Mogadishu is, I'm talking Africa, the east side, Somalia. Big up all the Somalians, but yeah, it's like Mogadishu in here. So if you see my forehead glistening like a glazed donut, just know that I'm not doing it on purpose. Like, I'm just hot in this donya. I've closed all the window for the sound, so forgive me if I'm looking like a Krispy Kreme iced donut from Greg's or some shiz, man. Yeah, so let's get into it. BBC journalist talking about the submarine going missing. Let's get into it.
We begin with the intensifying search and rescue operation in the North Atlantic Ocean for the missing submersible, which has 5 people on board. The search has entered a new stage of urgency as the US Coast...
Okay, let's get into the video from the start.
Hello, I'm Regini Vaidyanathan. We begin with the intensifying search and rescue operation in the North Atlantic Ocean for the missing submersible, which has 5 people on board. The search has entered a new stage of urgency as the US Coast Guard says the vessel probably has enough oxygen to last until Thursday morning local time. That's just hours away. The US Coast Guard also confirmed that more tapping noises were picked up by a Canadian team overnight.
Okay, so if they got lost on Thursday morning, it's 7 p.m. the time of the recording in England. I don't know what time it is in Canada, but wow.
Locating its source is extremely difficult. The submersible was on its way to visit the site of the wreck of the Titanic, which lies some 12,500 feet underneath the ocean's surface. The international rescue operation for the sub is being coordinated from Boston. With pressure growing to rescue those on board, there are now a number of vessels scanning thousands of miles of ocean for any...
You know, let's hope they find them, bruv, because that's a lot of countries, bruv. Canada, USA, I think they're British, so you know the Britain's going to be there. That's 3 powerhouses, so let's see, man.
Signs of the sub. Our North America correspondent begins our coverage on this story with this report from Newfoundland.
Everything possible is being used to try and find the missing submersible. These are the first images of the complicated international hunt unfolding in the Atlantic Ocean, more than 400 miles from the coast. It's now entered its most critical day. The sub, which is the size of a minivan, needs to be found before
Bro, I wouldn't even get in a van with 5 people on land, fam. So it's nuts to get in a a submarine the size of a van with 5 people going like hundreds of miles in the sea. I don't know, thousands. I ain't even getting a van with 5 man, bruv. I'm not getting a van with 5 man. That's too many man, bruv.
Oxygen runs out for the men on board, but there is some hope. More noises have been heard.
When you're in the middle of a search and rescue case, you always have hope. That's why we're doing what we do. With respect to the noises specifically, we don't know what they are, to be frank with you. The good news is, what I can tell you is we're searching in the area where the noises were detected, and we'll continue to do so.
At that depth, radio and radar signals won't work, so the rescue operation has been dropping sonobuoys in the water. They either use passive detection, that's listening for
Bro, this looks technical, fam.
sounds produced by
This looks
propellers and
technical.
machinery, which could also include the crew making noise, or what's called active detection by bouncing a sonar ping off the surface of the vessel and listening.
I'm learning,
for
fam.
turning
This is educational.
Trapped inside are British citizens Hamish Harding, Shahzada Dawood, and his teenage son,
Mad.
Suleiman.
A teenager, you know.
Shahzada is someone who's got an uncommon zest for life.
Jeez,
he
man,
has
zesty.
a real sense of adventure.
Sorry, I don't mean to be
He
joking.
has a real
Sorry.
sense of
I'm sorry.
exploration. In fact, he has a passion for exploration.
Also on board is a French veteran diver, Paul-Henri Nargeolet, and Stockton Rush, the head of the firm behind the expedition to the bottom of the sea.
More
The
vessels
teenager, that's
are
mad still, bro.
arriving here to
A
be sent all the
teenager
way
to go out like that?
to assist with the international operation. Officials here still consider this a
I'd rather go
search
out in a
and
strip
rescue
club, fam.
mission. But there's less than half a day's worth of oxygen left inside that vessel. And so there are fears this could turn from rescue to recovery.
The head of the company that owns the Polar Prince, which launched the submersible over the weekend, has spoken for the first time since it went missing.
We are very aware of the time sensitivity around this mission.
They don't want no. They don't want no
Our
responsibilities,
crews and
fam.
onshore team are experts in their fields and will continue to support this effort in every way we can. We remain focused on contributing to the search for the Titan crew and continue to
Man,
hold hope
shaking,
to be
fam.
located and brought home
You
safely.
know them lawsuits are coming, bro.
But overall, the
Them lawsuits are coming, bro. 5 billionaires, millionaires, and a thing. And like, bro, them lawsuits are coming for my man, bro. My man's shaking, fam.
reality of what could happen isn't lost on people here. As one expert put it, it's like trying to find a missing spaceship on the far side of the moon.
Mad.
Even if the sub is found in time, rescuers then have to somehow get the men out to safety. Nomir Iqbal, BBC News, St John's in Newfoundland.
Crazy.
Well, the BBC's been hearing from Oisin Fanning. He's been on board the Titan submersible twice before and knows some of the passengers.
You drift down over a 3-hour period, 3-4 hour period to the seabed. On the seabed,
My man looks like he's wearing magnifying glasses. My man looks like he got 2 magnifying glasses and just strapped them in the back of his
and then finally to return,
cranium,
drop
fam.
the rest of the weights, and then you return under your own steam. That's why it's a very simple vessel. There are no big engines, big computers, etc. It was kept simple so that actually, ironically, there'd be less problems. In terms of Paul Nargeolet and Stockton, Paul himself said about 40 dives to the Titanic, I think.
That's a lot. 40 dives your experience, fam. If you've done anything in life, 40 times, you are experienced, bruv. You know what I'm trying to say, bruv? Man, some people do 40 driving lessons and they're still struggling, but they're still experienced on the road. They're struggling, but they're experienced.
If they were caught up on something, they know it, they'll realize it. They'll also know the time frame it would take for any rescue to happen. And I think they would do everything just to keep themselves calm, breathe very shallowly, and reserve the oxygen for as long as possible.
Bro, them men are in there doing baby breaths, bro. If I was in there, I'll be getting breaths like this. You know what? You gotta wait 5 minutes before you take another breath, fam. Cause time is precious in this kind of situation, bro. I've never been in a submarine, but I have been in a car with 5. No, I haven't been in a car with like 2, 3 fat, chubby people, and yo, it gets mad, bro. When you're in, it gets mad. Still, I don't wanna, it gets mad.
I think they'll actually last with oxygen a lot longer than people think.
Our news correspondent Jessica Parker's in Boston, from where the search.
Bro, she's wearing her engagement ring on her neck, fam.
She gave me
I'm letting everyone know I'm married.
The situation is ramping up yet again.
She's looking like Darth Vader from the Mandalorian, fam.
Now, what does that mean? It means more vessels headed to the area, more ROVs. These are these remotely operated vehicles, basically unmanned drones that can dive into the water and search for any potential signs of the vessel. Then you've got those sonar buoys that have been dropped onto the ocean surface, listening deep underneath as well, and a lot of focus clearly on those sounds, those noises, the banging that has been heard. But the Coast Guard are very clear at the moment. They don't know what those noises are. They are being analysed by experts in the US Navy, but it has become a focus for the search, and what they've said is that as more drones arrive to search the water, they will continue to look in that area where the sound's been heard, and also in the area where the sub originally first dived on Sunday. And of course, after an hour and 45 minutes,
sounds like they got the whole thing pretty.
Was lost. So
they're surveying the whole thing pretty much.
In now, and what they seem to be trying to do is, yes, they are still searching for the vessel, but they're trying to get equipment to the site as well that could potentially help rescue it if it was discovered. There's this a very sophisticated French robot called a Victor 6000 that can go extremely deep. It has arms that could potentially free the vessel if it had become trapped in debris, for example. And then there's also a very big and powerful piece of winching equipment that doesn't seem to yet be at the site that could haul the vessel up if they could locate it. But there are, as you can tell, a lot of ifs in all of that.
And Jess, of course, we keep talking about this, but there are now only hours left of the oxygen.
So those are the estimates for sure, that the oxygen could run out or start to run out later this morning, local time. And the Coast Guard has been repeatedly pressed about this and kind of what that means for the operation. And they seem to be saying, look, that is a factor. Clearly it is a factor, but it's not a hard and fast rule as to when that might happen. We don't even know where this sub is at the moment. We don't know if it actually remained intact, but it is clearly a consideration. But the Coast Guard don't seem to be talking in those sorts of terms. They're talking more in a 24 to 48 hour look ahead. So they seem to be saying that they want to keep continuing with this search operation for a little while yet.
Bro, that's a mad situation to be in. You know what I'm trying to say? In there with your son. Yeah, it's mad, bro. Like, that's not really, like, ideal, man. Like, no amount of money in the world can you know, like, make people not sympathize with that. Because it's a tough way to go, man. Bruh, you know, my condolences. Obviously, I hope they come out alive. You know what I'm trying to be optimistic, you know, glass half full type of guy. You know what I'm trying to say? But, yo, I'm praying for them. You know what I mean? Hopefully they can make it out of that. It sounds like a mad situation to be in. And when you're in a situation like that, only thing you can do is learn, bro. You know what I'm trying to say, fam? Y'all pray for the teenager. You know what I'm trying to say? It's a mad situation, fam. But apparently one of the guy's sons went to like a Blink 22, I don't know, Blink 18, Blink 22 concert. Nice beef and Cardi B. So I don't know about all this stuff, bruv. But you know what I mean? This is a madness, bruv. And this can be another madness, bruv. If you like the content, subscribe to my channel. Sorry, bro, but I gotta get the subs, fam. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you send it to someone. And make sure you stay safe out there, bro. Because being broke saves lives, fam. Because if you don't have the money to do something like this, you ain't gonna do it, bruv. You're gonna be at the yard, bruv. You know what I mean? Eating your chicken and chips and that. Going to McDonald's. You'll be chilling calm. You'll watch Titanic on the telly. That's it, fam. You know, the brokes. Sometimes being broke saves lives. You know what I mean? Might sound crazy, but that's me, British. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share the videos. Thank you, people.